Welcome to the Organic Chemistry online lecture series. Today in this video we are going to study about this furanose form of D-ribose. In previous video we have seen the pyranose forms of this D-ribose in Fischer form as well as in Haworth form as well as in Chair form. So today we are going to study its furanose form. Now you know that a furanose form is a 5-membered oxide ring, 5-membered oxide ring structure is known as Furanose form. Okay, so we have to draw the Furanose form of this D-ribose. Now to draw the Furanose form of D-ribose, we must know initially the Fischer projection structure of this D-ribose, which I have already explained in the previous videos. So once again I will draw here the Fischer projection of the D-ribose. So HC11O, this is the first carbon. Okay, as it is aldopentose, there are 5 carbon atoms. Okay, so the last carbon atom will be CH2OH, and in between there are 3 carbons having this OH groups on right hand side and hydrogen on the left hand side. So this is the Fischer projection structure of this D ribose. Now after drawing this Fischer projection structure of D ribose, we have to obtain its uh, Furanose form. Now to form a 5-membered oxide ring from this D-ribose, what we need to do, we have to attack this hydroxy group of carbon number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the hydroxy group of this carbon number 4, that is C4, this will attack on this carbonyl carbon of C1. Okay, so there is a uh, attack of C4 carbon on C1 carbon. Okay, hydroxy group of C4 will attack on carbonyl carbon C1 to form the oxide ring. Now depending upon the position of resulting OH group, there are 2 anomers possible. One is alpha anomer, another one is beta anomer. You know very well because this carbon is become anomeric carbon later on. So if the hydroxy group is on this side, that is right hand side, then we call it as a alpha anomer. Rest of the molecule will be like this, CH2OH. Okay, now we'll draw two OH group as it is, OH, OH, H, H. The C4OH have attack on this carbonyl carbon, that's why we'll draw this in this way. Okay, so the name of this compound will be alpha D ribofuranose. Alpha D ribofuranose, because this hydroxy group is on this right hand side, so this anomer is known as alpha anomer. Similarly we can draw its beta anomer. Just you have to write down the OH group on this left hand side. All other structure will be the same, CH2OH. Okay, so two OH groups will be as it is, and the fourth OH group we can represent like this because it has formed a bond with this carbon. So this is an anomeric carbon. Remember why it is called as anomeric carbon, because it is attached to 4 different groups and it will give a 2 anomer, that is alpha anomer, and this is a beta D ribofuranose. So in this way from D ribose we can draw its alpha D ribofuranose and beta D ribofuranose form. Just what we have to do, we have to do the attack of hydroxy group of this C4 on carbonyl carbon, that is C1, to form this oxide ring. Now as I said earlier, this oxide ring structure of this alpha D ribofuranose and beta D ribofuranose in Fischer projection form doesn't look good. So to look proper or to good orientation of this molecule, we have to draw the Haworth form of this alpha D ribofuranose and beta D Furano's. So we'll draw the Haworth form for this. So for drawing the Haworth form, you have to draw a 5-membered oxide ring structure first in this way. Okay. So here also I will draw a 5-membered oxide ring structure in this way, and then I will draw the bonds to this ring structure in this way. Here also I will draw the bonds. Now from this Fisher projection formula, I can draw the Haworth form in a very simple way. Just what we have to do, we have to represent the groups which are on right hand side of this Fisher projection formula. We have to draw them below the ring, below the plane of this ring. So this OH group, suppose this is anomeric carbon, this is anomeric carbon. So this OH group will be below the plane. Similarly, this OH group also will be below the plane. Similarly, this OH group will be below the plane, and this hydrogen. Okay, we can draw this hydrogen over here, and this hydrogen will draw here, and finally CH2OH will be here. Okay, and the groups which are on this side, left hand side, will draw above the plane. So H like this. So this is the Haworth form of this alpha D ribofuranose. Similarly, we can draw the Haworth form of this beta D ribofuranose. You just have to write down this OH group above the plane of this ring, oxide ring. Then here will be hydrogen. Again, here will rest of the groups will be as it is. OH, OH. Here will be hydrogen, hydrogen. Here will be H, and here will be CH2 OH. So in this way we can draw the Haworth form of this beta D ribofuranose. So this is all about the furanose form of D ribose. Once again I will explain how to draw the furanose form of this D ribose. First of all, you have to draw the Fisher projection structure of this D ribose in this way. So how to remember the Fisher projection structure of D ribose? Just draw a vertical line. First carbon will be aldehyde group, last carbon will be, fifth carbon will be CH2OH group. In between there will be three horizontal lines having the three carbons, and all the hydroxy groups are on right hand side, all the hydrogens are on left hand side. So in this way you can draw the structure of D ribose. Now to obtain the oxide ring, 5-membered oxide ring of this D ribose, 5-membered oxide ring is called as furanose form, and if you draw the 6-membered oxide ring, then it is called as pyranose form. Here we have to obtain a furanose form, so we have to form a 5-membered oxide ring. To form the 5-membered oxide ring, the hydroxy group which is present on this fourth carbon, this hydroxy group will attack over this electrophilic carbon to generate the alpha D ribofuranose and beta D ribofuranose. Which anomer will form, that depends upon the position of this OH group. If this OH group is on right hand side, then it is called as alpha anomer. If this OH is on left hand side, then it is beta anomer. So here in this structure, this OH group is on right hand side, so it is known as alpha D ribofuranose. Here this OH group is on left hand side, so it is known as beta D ribofuranose. Now these are the oxide ring structure of this alpha D ribose and beta D ribose. Okay, but this structure doesn't look proper in Fisher form. So to draw a more proper structure, uh, to draw a more proper orientation of this alpha D ribofuranose and beta D ribofuranose, we'll draw its Haworth form. Now to draw the Haworth form, what we have to do, we have to draw first a 5-membered ring, then draw the bonds. Here also draw the 5-membered ring and draw the bonds. Now the very important thing which we have to remember is that in Fisher form, the groups which are on right hand side, that group should draw below the plane of this ring, and the groups which are on this left hand side, that group should draw above the plane of this ring. Here also in this beta D ribofuranose, the groups which are below the ring are on the groups which are on right hand side of this Fisher form, and the groups which are on left hand side of Fisher forms are drawn above the plane of this ring. So in this way, from the Fisher projection form, we can draw the Haworth form of this alpha D ribofuranose and beta D ribofuranose. So in this video, we'll stop here. and we'll meet in the next video with new concept of this topic carbohydrate. So we'll stop here. Have a nice day. Thank you.